welcome to another edition of The Variety Show. Today we're not reviewing a product, we're not talking about records, but we're going to be talking about an experience I've had recently. As many of you know, or some of you who watch my videos regularly, you'll know that in April I started going to the Federico Beauty Institute to get my barber license so I could pursue a career in barbering here in my home state of California. So I've been in the program for maybe three and a half or so months, and it's been very rewarding. And our school, we have processes. So we have our first class is 9 weeks because I'm part-time. I got to work during the day, go to school at night and on Saturday. So the first part of the class is haircutting 1. So you learn shear work and you learn how to use your shears, mostly women's haircuts. So you know, basically what I got out of it was learning how to cut longer hair and using your shears. Then we went to haircutting 2, which I'm in right now, and now we're starting to use our clippers. We're using our T-liners and outliners, and finally cutting men's hair. So a couple days ago, Saturday, as of the recording of this video on July 13th, I got to cut my first men's haircut. And it was an interesting, rewarding experience. And I'm going to tell you guys about that right now. I started the haircut at 11:30 in the morning at school. I brought in my best friend who trusted me with the haircut. Now, we experiment with haircuts and learn the technique behind haircuts on doll heads. And a doll head and an actual human head are a lot different. Yes, these doll heads use sewn-in human hair, but the way these doll heads are sewn or even glued in, you're definitely not gonna have a great desired look. It's more for the technique. So I got really nervous because, you know, we've only been using our clippers and stuff for a couple weeks, and I didn't think I was ready to cut a men's haircut. So my buddy came in. I did the consultation process. He wanted a light taper on the side, just clean up his ears and line up his neck and the whole process. So I was using my Andis Master Clippers and I used my Andis T-liner. So at the beginning of the haircut, something felt wrong. My instructor showed me one side and it looked really nice. You know, he used the 2-guard, got that excess hair, and it was nice. He used nice clean C-strokes. So I get to my side, and it looks like I cut a little too much. And that's when in my mind I was like, oh no. Good thing my friend didn't hear me. Well, maybe he did. But I was just like, oh no, what's going on? You know, I start to panic, and I turn off my clippers, and, you know, my instructor came back, helped me guide me through, and all of a sudden I found my groove. So I learned to master the C-stroke, making sure I'm curving it so I'm not cutting all the hair. I made sure, you know, I didn't go far up and rounded with the head, so I removed more hair. And as someone who's still pretty new into learning haircutting, I thought I did pretty good. I did really good with the lineup. I wish I had a picture that I could post and show you guys. But for a beginner, you know, I lined my buddy's neck up pretty well, and at the ear, where the hairline is above the ears, and a nice taper on the side. Looked really nice. Finished them off with finished the haircut with a Ruzel matte paste, and combed the hair into a nice kind of quiff kind of look, and it turned out pretty good. So right now I'm going to tell you guys about the lessons that I learned from this haircut. As I said, I was pretty nervous during the haircut. I thought I was making mistakes, that I cut too much, but I ended up just needed to blend it a little more. Did some shear over comb to blend the top with the sides. Did you know, really nervous with the T-liner, had to learn a couple techniques, but I learned a couple things. One, you got to be confident with your cutting. If you go in there feeling confident, there's no reason why you need to be scared. I can't speak for all barber schools or, you know, barber cosmetology, whatever you're doing. But at my school, I had 2 great instructors there with me, guiding me through the haircut. And they ensured me that I wasn't going to fail, that I had to breathe and trust in my process. So that really got me in the groove, and that's my second lesson. You got to just find your groove. Experiment with, you know, the C strokes or getting that kind of repetition down, and trust your instincts. Finding that groove is going to really make you confident that you're going to give your client a nice haircut. And my third lesson is just resilience. When I found that when I first found myself struggling at that first part of the haircut, I didn't know how I was going to regain strength. But, you know, you got to keep your mind open that, you know, you may, in this industry, it seems like we're all going to make mistakes. I'm speaking to all you aspiring barbers or people like me who are in barber school. We need to, you know, use our minds to know that we can recover from a mistake. It may not be the cleanest result, but as long as we're resilient, we can really make our client shine with a new hairstyle. Another lesson I'd say is have fun with it. I wouldn't be going into this profession if I wasn't going to have fun. I have a passion for hair products, as you may know through my reviews. So I decided to have fun, talk with my buddy who was my client, and make a good experience. I feel like barbershops, it's supposed to be an experience. It's supposed to be a human connection and give as well as the service itself. So I tried to, you know, recreate the experience that I get when I go into the barbershop and get a haircut. So having fun was one of the lessons. And my last thing I noticed is the importance of mentors. Mentors in any industry, whether you're going into like multi-level marketing, in my case barbering, or maybe you're becoming a lawyer. Finding great mentors. So my instructors, I kind of see them as mentors. They've been in the industry for over 20 years, whether they're cosmetologists or barbers. They've been through it all, and they've had that experience, learned from their mistakes, and I could, you know, ask them questions about their experience and what tools they recommend, you know, whether it's a Dovo straight razor or, you know, Wall or Andis clippers. I could kind of look at them as not necessarily a role model, because, you know, you got to find your own style, but a mentor. And I know mentor and role model could mean similar things, but a mentor as in someone, you know, who is where you want to be, and ask them about their experience, and you learn from that experience, and eventually you're going to have some good results. They're beneficial, and I thank my 2 instructors for helping me get through that haircut, and it was just amazing. In conclusion, I fell in love with this industry even more. I had my smock on, and I had that feeling that I was just an old-fashioned barber. You know, I had my technique down after the first initial scare, and that I was able to find a groove. And it's given me the curiosity to I'm not sure what I'm talking about, but really submerge myself into this world and try to find my strong suit. I really like the classic haircuts, tapers, you know, fades. I like the side parts, the pompadours, and I'd like to, you know, find my specialty. And I'm open to learning everything, but I really want to find that good specialty where I'm going to be able to deliver above and beyond and inspire people in this industry to follow their dreams. So those are some of my lessons that I learned through this kind of hectic haircutting day. And I wanted to share this information for anyone who's in my position in barber school or aspiring to want to be a barber. I know I'm not a 20 years barber, but I'm going through the journey like some of you, or some of you who want to go through this journey. And I wanted to share this information with you so that you guys could, develop that fire in your eyes, the fire in your soul to pursue your dreams, because this dream is worth experiencing. It's a fun career, and I think you could go a long way in it. And that's going to be it for this video. You guys, thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Variety Show. Now that I'm getting into the barbering industry, and as I progress through school, I'd like to make videos about my experiences in school, as well as provide lessons on how I style my hair, how you could style your hair to your desired effect, and just some ideas. What if you're going to a costume party and it's 20s, like we're in 20s themed, and you want to get that middle part, or that silver screen side part where it goes a little off center, but still to the side. All those fun haircuts. So I'm going to be teaching you, I'll be teaching you stuff about that. More product reviews and pomades, and I promise eventually we'll be getting to vinyl record spotlights. I really want to do that as well. So thank you for letting me share my thoughts on my first haircut, and hope to see you around. Like, share, subscribe, and stay classy and stay sharp.
What'll I do?